Welcome to Gist on the Streets on what is trending today.
That's not a thing. John Lewis is here. Okay, John Lewis in the Civil.
Welcome back. So right now we're going to be giving you videos and clips of what is trending today around the world, in the United States of America to be precise. I'm so going to be showing you videos, so sit back and enjoy these videos.
Black people understood the assignment. Y'all didn't show up to any of those protests that happened throughout the country yesterday. You didn't see police dressed in riot gear. You know why? Because we weren't there. We understood the assignment. We stood down. We stayed home. We watched from the sideline. We rooted for you guys, but we rooted from the sidelines. We saw you on the social media platforms. We saw you on the news channels. But we did not engage, because had we engaged, there would have been police in riot gear. There would have been something declared, and it's called martial law. The black community understood the assignment. It's not our fight. We didn't create this mess. It's not ours to fix. Good job, black community. Keep it up.
To the black people that didn't get your behinds up and go to those protests, that's completely fine. And to the black people that went to those protests, that's also completely fine. And to the black people that don't give a damn, that's also completely fine. I think we have to realize that black people worked 400 years for nothing. Not a crumb, not a dime, nothing, right? And then we got out, we had to work for our own money. We were promised something, reparations, we didn't get it. And we didn't completely get out because, slavery is still legal if you get locked up, all that other crap, but I digress. So if some black people don't want to protest, that's fine. If some black people want to protest in a different way, that's also fine. If some black people want to hit the streets, that's also fine. I don't think we should be shaming each other about what we're doing. Because if black people want to sit on their ass for the rest of their lives, for the rest of the time, we could do that. You feel what I'm saying? It doesn't really, it's not a bad thing. And when they call you lazy, they call you this, they call you that. So I have a right to be this way, whether I am or not. But that's neither here nor there. But yeah, no, don't feel bad that y'all didn't go to those protests. Protest in a different way. Don't spend your money in certain places. There wasn't only one way to protest back then anyway. And y'all keep saying our ancestors weren't punks trying to shame people. Don't do that. Okay? It's different ways to protest. It's 2025. You don't always got to hit the streets. They're going to attack you with money. They're going to attack you online. Media. So the way to, get to them is to get to their pockets.
America, y'all did y'all thing yesterday, okay? Y'all did y'all thing yesterday. And yes, I was your lady in the chair, reposting and making videos and stuff to show everything that you guys were doing. I am so proud of y'all for doing what you were doing. Those protests all over the place were amazing. No notes on the protest itself. However, I have some notes on the rhetoric that is being put out about the protests from the people who were protesting. Now, let me preface this by saying, yes, y'all did y'all thing. You got out there, you protested, you made your voice heard. It was global. Y'all, yes, that is what we wanted to see. As a black person, I stayed my arse at home, okay? For a reason I've already explained in other videos. But good freaking job. Yes, do more of that. Now, if you are sensitive, this is the time to scroll, because I do want to bring up a couple of things that I have seen that I do want to kind of draw you back on. Just bring it on back, okay? One of these, I saw a meme that was saying, "We are all John Lewis." Now, if you guys don't know John Lewis, he was one of the people who protested with Martin Luther King for civil rights. He was at Selma. He was beaten at Selma. He had the scars that followed him throughout his entire life because of those protests. Dogs, hoses, police, batons, you get the gist. People who protested yesterday, you are not John Lewis. And the reason why you are not John Lewis is because out of all those protests that I saw yesterday, not one cop, not one dog, not one hose was set on you. That was a protest. It was a party. It was a global phenomenon that you guys made your voices heard. I love that. I want that. But until you are brutalized by cops because you are protesting, you are not John Lewis. That's not a thing. John Lewis is here, okay? John Lewis in the civil rights protests where they literally could have lost their lives and they knew it and they went in there knowing that they could lose their lives. Y'all kind of, you ain't there yet. You're not there yet. And yes, it could become a situation where it gets there and we will see your resolve at that point. Let's hope it doesn't get to that point. But John Lewis, the protest yesterday, as massive and beautiful as it was, that is not John Lewis territory. So don't go there. Don't go there. We're not there yet, okay? Also, I saw another sign yesterday in a post. Now, granted, this one might actually be an AI rewrite on the sign that the lady had. So I want to make that clear. That might have actually been a rewrite. But I'm talking to the post itself and the message of the post of that lady at that protest itself, right? And it was a elderly YT lady holding a sign. And the sign said, "You should be glad we only want equality and not revenge." That is something that was said during the George Floyd protests. That was said by Black people. And it was said by Black people because of all of the unalivings of Black people, our children, our men, our leaders. That quote is for Black people because of the brutalizations of our people and what has been done to our people. Native Americans, y'all could probably use that quote too. Yeah, y'all can use that quote. Yeah, you can. But once again, we ain't there yet. Okay? We are not there yet. Okay? You should be glad we only want equality and not revenge, said by YT people. You're not there yet. Okay? Like, you gotta struggle a little bit more to be right there. Okay? And I don't want to downplay the struggles that people are going through right now. I don't want to downplay you guys going out there being the front liners of these protests. But the fact that you guys did not get sicked by dogs, the fact that you guys did not get hurt when you were out there, the fact that you guys were covered and the reason why you were protesting was covered, and not the fact that you were protesting and them trying to spin it as being illegal and riots and things like that. That is why you were out front. And that's why we hang back. Is because the rhetoric is different for us than it is for you. And thus the results are different for us than it is for you. Even in the civil rights protests, it was only when YT people started coming in, the hippie movement and all of that, and love is love, and all, when they started coming in and meshing with us, when it started being more of you coming in, that is when we really, really started making some good change. Yes, Black people were out front then, and yes, all of the brutalizations and things that happened to both Black and YT people. That is the history of it. However, we need to understand where we are right now. You guys are out front because you can make that difference. You can make that change without them being able to change that rhetoric into something else. And we understand that, which is why we're giving you the reins. But we ain't at the John Lewis stage, and we are not at the you better be happy that we're asking for equality and not revenge stage. You ain't suffered enough to be able to, no.
Thank you for watching our videos. Thank you for staying tuned to Gist on the Street. I'm sure you enjoyed these videos, so do well to comment. What are your thoughts on these videos? What do you think about it? Please, your comment goes a long way. Please comment, like, share, subscribe to this channel as well to see you. Bye.